It is a Friday, and for the first time in quite some time, let's do the introductions here. Chris Kelly right here. There's Chris Demm right there.
Right here.
In early today, Mr. Dave AIKEN. And live from his studio, give it up for Biggie, who's in the house today. All right. Good to see you. We've had BB Shea in that room for quite some time now.
He's done well, really well.
Hasn't he done well? He was in for Chris Demm for a while. Chris Demm was from home. He was in for you for a while. How are you feeling? You had the flu.
I'm not great. I'm here.
We kind of thought you'd take the balance of the week,
take the
Biggie,
week, you know?
as sick as you were.
I probably should have, but I wanted to. I wanted to prove to one person in the room I could be here.
This is just some sort of who's this bigger contest.
Who's he talking about?
And let me tell you, highly regret that decision.
He shouldn't even be here.
Neither one of you should. Frankly.
That's right. Neither of us should be here today. Look at my wardrobe, for God's sake. Look what I put on today. We have company coming. We have a guest coming today.
I know.
Two Guys I'm Chris Comedy All-Star in an hour. He's going to look at me and go, what have I signed?
Is that a T-shirt on T-shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah. Today, I just was like, what am I doing? You know?
I asked my doctor yesterday, I saw him, and I said, should I work tomorrow? And he said, I would not.
That's right. You wouldn't?
And so you said.
I said, okay.
And
then
did he fill you full of painkillers like they do in the movies?
Yeah, like a foot, like the.
I wish there was something they could have.
Are you like
given me.
Pat Mahomes being shot up at every angle right now?
Yeah, no. I was driving home and I said, you know what? I'm gonna prove a point. I'm gonna get in there tomorrow.
Get in there and power through it. That's what I love.
And I got in here and I immediately thought, this is a terrible idea. As soon as I got up,
shouldn't
be my weakened immune system.
Yeah. BB Shea should be sitting right there. But it's because of the pressure I put on you.
Yes.
That you do things you're not supposed to do. Well, I said, and here's how much belief I have in you. I said to Dave, it's 50-50 if he makes it. Come on in here.
You said 60-40 yesterday.
I did. I said 60-40. I said 40-60 that you'd be in here. Exactly. Well, I'm so glad to see you. I prayed for you. I prayed so hard for you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, the real flu is no joke.
Absolutely.
I honestly, I don't ever want COVID.
A flu can be just as bad, I think.
It was the worst. I've never had body pains and like body aches. Like, I mean, I almost called 911 Sunday night.
You were hurting that badly.
Yeah.
Your body aches is what you said.
My body, I mean, I couldn't move. I couldn't get out of bed. And I just, I've never felt that beat up.
Did you get your flu shot this year?
I don't like to talk about my vaccine status.
You know the answer. The Aaron Rodgers card.
It's a personal choice.
Yes.
He got it.
I know usually you do. I know you and I have talked about this.
Listen, I don't want to harp on it, but a vaccine is everybody's choice to disclose or not disclose.
You don't have to disclose whether you know or not. Honestly, we won't read anything into that.
Still America.
That's America. That's right.
It kept getting pushed down the road.
Well, I think a lot of people did that. You know, I don't even know if my wife has gotten her flu vaccine this year, and she's always pushed me to get the vaccine.
Well, in the second month of the year, is it even worth it?
I don't think so.
What's the point?
But like back in October, we were talking about. That's when I got it. I got it in October.
Well, I called. My doctor actually called me Monday morning and asked me, what's going on. Yeah. And I told him everything. He said, I think you got the flu.
Well, yeah.
He said, you need to get in and get a test.
Yes.
But because he said now this flu is, I guess what I have, it starts with more body aches, headache. I mean, I just couldn't move. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't move. Nothing.
Terrible.
Horrible. Never want to deal with that again.
I'm telling you. Well, the flu, I think people say sometimes, I got the flu, but really they don't. Yeah. They have a cold.
Well, and I'm so winded. I mean, just walking just wears me.
The flu is rough.
That's what scared me more, where I thought about calling 911. I couldn't catch my breath, even sitting still.
Why did you not call 911 ultimately?
My girlfriend was sleeping.
Embarrassing. You didn't want to.
Yeah.
You want to bother her.
Your girlfriend was on.
Yeah. I mean, because she was like, look, at this point, if you have it, I'm going to have it. She has had her vaccine.
That's personal.
That's a HIPAA violation. Go ahead.
You'll say about someone else, but not yourself.
I'll tell you. It's funny you forget who you lied to about getting the vaccines. Right. because it slowly starts to catch up, because I'll be like, my mom, she's like, I thought you got your vaccine. I'm like, I told you I did, but I didn't.
Oh, you had lied.
Because, best intentions.
I don't think the flu vaccine is nearly as controversial as the COVID because, it's like, well, you get it, you don't. You sometimes you forget or get pushed, like you just said. And now my daughter 1 year didn't get the flu vaccine. My wife always usually makes us get it, but about 3 years ago, my daughter, for whatever reason, it fell through the cracks. I think my son and I got it together, just were in CVS or something one day and got it. My daughter didn't, and then she got the flu. So now every year she throws it right back in my wife's face. I mean, my daughter, she's cut from the same cloth as my wife. She'll hold that grudge.
Nice.
And she'll tell you, even if she just gets a little sniffle, remember when I didn't get the vaccine?
Holds it over her head, does she?
Holds it over her head constantly.
Wow.
She does that. That's
right. That kind of vindictive streak comes from daddies too.
Oh, yeah. It's really manifested in my daughter. Not so much my son. My son never, everything rolls right off his
He's very zen.
He is.
And his parents are not zen.
Not a bit. Not a bit. My son really is completely different from me. Very comfortable in his own skin, makes friends easily, comfortable in a room, makes conversation with anybody. If you yell at him, it's like, okay, whatever. And then he just goes about his business. The rest of us live it and just we're in it all day. Can't get away from it.
Weighs on
rage.
Rage. Yes, exactly. The rage I felt when Biggie first told us I'm sick. I wanted to absolutely throttle him. Throttle him.
If he were to make you sick, think of the seething rage you'd have.
Oh, my God. What if
Biggie being in here right now?
Making me sick, right? I mean, the rage I would have at you. But I'm glad to see you. That's the whole thing.
Thanks.
And my knees are raw from praying for you. I'll just say that. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, mostly pickleball. But.
Okay.
Yeah, he fell.
Yeah,
Scraped him.
I did enjoy the daily text updates of the prayers from all of you. I could feel your
Sometimes
warmth.
they're few and far between.
Your warmth and your strength.
We tried to do it.
And it's nice the affection you have for your lady that you're ready for your own demise so that she can sleep a couple of 45 minutes later.
These two are a
Well,
thing.
I'm dying, but I
Really hate to.
Yeah, she
has to get up early.
Just to show that she cares. At one point on Sunday night, I'd say roughly, what was it? Probably 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning. She did yell through the door, "Are you okay?" Because I was in there going,
Oh, you're making
well, she could hear you, then she knows you're alive.
yeah.
But she didn't get it.
Not yet. She said that she's felt wonky, but she's like, she has the vaccine. So she's like, maybe it's the vaccine working.
Maybe. You never know.
Well, she said to me, she goes, I could have given it to you. Who knows?
Absolutely. You don't know. Did she stay with you the whole time?
No, she did not. Okay. So she did go home, but she's right. We had spent the weekend together. She's like, look, at this point,
yes,
if you've got it, I've got it.
I should have brought you some chicken soup. I'm sitting here thinking I should have made him a grilled cheese and chicken soup and brought it over there.
Yeah.
And here I am, and here we are, best friends.
Yeah.
And I didn't do anything like that. I did every night when I got your update of I won't be here tomorrow. I did have thoughts run through my head about you always.
Of course, I have no doubt.
Texty, bubble, delete.
Yeah.
I never sent it.
That's right. We had something yesterday. Listen to what we're working with here. Yesterday, what an oddity. It was like those crop circles that you see sometimes. When we pulled into the parking lot, and everybody saw this, there was a car sitting normally where Chris Demm parks, okay? You don't know this, Biggie. You weren't here. Chris Demm has his own parking space. Everybody pretty much
Everybody
parks
does.
All right. So he parks in the same place every day. Well, yesterday, for the first time in years, he had to park in a different spot because there was a car in the space with a cone on top of it.
Saw it.
An orange. Well, everybody saw it, and everybody had the same reaction. What is that?
Yeah, it was just a puzzle.
Very weird. And when I came in, I said, A, whose car is that? And B, why is there a cone on top of it? And Chris Demm said, it's Richard's car. Richard works up in sales, all right? And for whatever reason, his car was left here overnight, and a cone had been placed on top of it. And Chris Demm said, I think it's for comedic effect done by someone.
Yeah, I assumed it was a prank.
A prank with a cone on the car. But through the day, we questioned all these different people.
Everybody denied.
Everybody said, we didn't do that. I mean, what's the point? It's not even that funny, really. It's just a cone on top of a car. And so all the people, and we're pranksters around here now.
Oh, yeah, there's leg pulling go for sure.
Sure. You know us.
Good-natured ribbing.
We'll do some good-natured ribbing here and there. And everybody said no to it. So Richard from up in sales comes back, and yesterday the mystery was solved. Are you ready for this? Here's how dumb he thinks Chris Demm is, okay? Here's how dumb Richard thinks Chris Demm is. He realized he was parking in Chris Demm's parking space. So he put a cone on top of his car so Chris Demm wouldn't accidentally run into the car with his own vehicle, thinking Chris Demm was so blindly stupid that he couldn't see the car.
Are you serious?
Is that a car? I'm not sure. Well, it is a cone on top of it. Maybe it is a car after all.
Did you get on your phone and Google car to see what it looks like?
Yeah.
Because the rest of the 95% of the parking lot's empty. He can choose any space he wants. He just happens to choose that space every day. And luckily that cone was there, or there'd have been, there'd have been a pile.
If I'm not mistaken, that cone used to live over by the gate.
It did. It did.
So he took more time to walk across the parking lot as opposed to moving the car.
Yeah, why don't you just park at a different spot? Or trust that Chris Demm is not so diluted of capacity mentally.
Look, I had COVID.
He did have COVID.
There is such a thing as COVID brain, COVID fog, but I think I can see a car.
You talk about the ultimate COVID fog. If you had slammed into that vehicle, that would have been COVID fog coming at you.
I wish you would have.
My gosh.